All right, man. So first things first, this is not a Warframe video. So for all my Warframe folk, people who subscribe to me for my Warframe content, feel free to skip this video. If you play Call of Duty as well, feel free to hang around and watch. I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out video. I just want to speak to the content creators who seem to have the one thing in common that basically was the catalyst for this video. The dissatisfaction with the current state of Call of Duty. I understand it. It's very understandable. We all know, even people who love the game have several things, more than several things that they can point out that they don't like about the game. Even the top streamers who promote the game day in and day out and have zero negative things to say about it. I see in a lot of their streams, you know, they have moments that really piss them off and they go, man, we got to fix this. We got to get rid of this. We got to add this. So the dissatisfaction, the overall dissatisfaction with the current state of the game seems to be the premise for a lot of content creators' material. The message of this video from me to you is, and this is just my opinion, this is what I think you guys should do. Because look, man, truth be told, I got like 300 subscribers and I appreciate all of them, but I'm not making no money off this shit. You know what I mean? You guys make a lot of money off these YouTube channels, off talking about the game, even though I'm pretty sure you had to grind for it. You had to slowly build your audience and, you know, work up to that point. But now you're in position to where you make money off of talking about the game that you want to fix, that you want to be fixed so badly. And I just think that, you know, a forward-thinking, structured mindset would prompt somebody to put something together, something worthwhile, something meaningful, something concrete, something organized, structured, and powerful. A public display of dissatisfaction. It doesn't have to be an all-out protest, but I mean, come on, bro. Like y'all can literally put something together that would make people understand the level of dissatisfaction with this game. I'm sorry about that light coming in. Y'all can put something together to really get people to understand the level of dissatisfaction with this game. Y'all can bring people in, set up a venue. It doesn't have to be a public protest and you getting tear gassed and fucking sprayed down in the streets. We don't need that. But what you can do is you guys can get together, the top 10 of you, you know, all of you guys who are dissatisfied, and I'm not going to name drop or anything like that. You people know who you are. I watch your videos. I'm a fan. I love the channels, and I agree with a lot of the points you make. I just want to say this. You guys can put some money together, rent out a venue for a day or 2 days, make it a 3-day thing. You know, you can set up gameplay reels, get a projector or get some flat screens going, set up a nice venue, bring in a decent crowd of people, a nice size crowd, organize it, have some structure to it, bring people in, interview people, canvas and interview people before you bring them in to be a part of the audience. That way you can get live interviews. You can get people testifying about their experiences with the game. You can get people giving their recollections of playing Warzone, feeling like they got cheated, actually providing clips for you guys. Have somebody have a tech controller put together clips and reels, so as the interviews are going on, we could point to and see, you know, what this person is describing. So Activision and all these different studios that produce these games can really get a hold of that feeling of dissatisfaction. It doesn't matter, bro, if your video gets 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 1 million views. It's an echo chamber. That's all it is. We're shouting our displeasure and our dissatisfaction in an echo chamber that leads to nowhere. These people don't give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you why they don't give a fuck, bro. We've let them get away with too much for too long. And let me put it to you like this, from a money standpoint. If I come out with a great game in the year 2025 and I make $300 million off of that game, and it's great, it's got all the content that you love, the mechanics are great, there's a skill gap, you can practice, you can get better, and it'll show. Great skins, great player models, great weapons, great maps, all of the stuff that we're complaining that we don't have, that we need back in the game. And it's just greatly developed. It's cared for by human hands and brains. It's not AI generated. And I make $300 million off that game, off that production, off that work of art. Then I come back, I don't know, in the year 2035, 2040, and I give you some AI generated bullshit. The maps are fucked. The spawns are fucked. There's SBMM, there's EOMM, there's skill-based damage. All these things that we're complaining about. I'm letting people cheat in the game. I'm not really seeming like I can do or want to do anything about the cheating situation. All of this shit that goes down, but I make $1 billion off that fucking game. What do you think I'm going to produce for my next installment? Am I going to go back and pay all these human people all this money and invest all this time, all this energy into a product that only netted me $300 million? Am I going to make another $1 billion off the bullshit I just gave you? You got to think of it from a hustler's mentality. Yes, we've become a statistical collateral for shareholders. That's what we've become because we as a population have given these people so much money for so fucking long. They have no intention of fixing the game. They don't care how much you love the game. They just don't. We need to realize that. We need to stop making these pleas, these emotional pleas, and screaming and yelling about how much we love the game when it was at its height and how bad we want to see it go back to its great days, its greatest days. These people don't give a fuck about that. All they care about is the bottom line. And the only thing that's going to get you even remotely close to somebody giving a fuck about how we feel about the game is a powerful public display, an organized, structured display with evidence, proof, testimonies, interviews. Make it an event. You can turn it into an event, make it a 3-day thing with passes and you know, bring in names, bring in people as, you know, as big as you could think of, streamers, pro gamers. I'm pretty sure all these people have things that they're willing to speak about. If you guys got together, put some money together and really took care of this project and made it public, made it visible. Now that's a fucking YouTube video that'll get some traction. That's something that'll get people going, hey man, we can't have organized resistance. We have to address this. You know, this is the core of our community coming out to be a part of this thing that directly contradicts what we're doing here. And that's when you get the uh-oh button. Somebody's going to press the uh-oh button. Okay? That's what I thought of. That's what I'm thinking. Other than that, all these things exist because nothing has been done from the outset, from the get-go. So I'm not going to drag this video on too long. I don't love Call of Duty as it is right now. I remember when I did, and that's what has me playing now. It's still the most fluid and you know, I guess pleasurable FPS experience I've ever had. Even this current iteration of Black Ops or called MW3, the remake, whatever. These newest titles are still the best FPS experience you're going to get from a graphics and a fluidity standpoint, a control standpoint. So I won't complain about that, but there are things that have me dissatisfied with the game at times. I'm not going to try to be diplomatic about it. It's things in every game that's going to piss you off to a degree. But I don't want to ramble too long, man. But I just think that you guys need to be a little more forward thinking, a little more structured, and a little more organized if you really want something done about the current state of Call of Duty. Y'all be smooth, be easy, take care of yourselves and each other. More Warframe content coming soon, more Black Ops content coming soon. I'll be streaming and uploading content for other titles as well. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other.